There are places in this world where history holds more questions than answers. Ancient cities, remote landscapes, open skies that have witnessed something unexplained. For centuries, people across the world have looked up and seen objects they couldn't identify. Not just once, not just in one place, but over and over again across time. Tonight, we're stepping into one of the most enduring mysteries ever recorded. Not just UFOs, but the story that connects ancient sightings, modern encounters, and declassified government files. This is DMCB Media. You are watching Mysteries, Adventures in Historical Places. And this is our journey into the unknown skies. Our journey begins in the past, long before radar, satellites, or modern aircraft. In ancient Rome, historians described objects in the sky as burning shields, glowing forms moving in ways that they couldn't explain. Then centuries later, in 1561, over Nuremberg, an entire city witnessed something extraordinary. Objects filled the sky. Spears, crosses, cylinders, all moving as if engaged in some kind of aerial conflict. This wasn't legend passed down through word of mouth. This was documented, printed, preserved, and at the time, it was seen as a sign or an omen. But today, looking back, it raises a different question. Were these early encounters the same phenomenon that we are still seeing today? Fast forward to 1947 near Mount Rainier, Washington. A pilot named Kenneth Arnold reported seeing objects moving at incredible speed, skipping across the sky like stones on water. His description sparked the term that would define a generation: flying saucers. Weeks later, in Roswell, New Mexico, something crashed. The official explanation, a weather balloon. But years later, that explanation changed to a classified military project. And that's where this mystery deepens, because it wasn't a denial, it was a revision. As the sightings increased, the U.S. government launched investigations, including Project Blue Book. Over 2 decades, more than 12,000 cases were studied. Many of these cases were explained, but hundreds were not. Pilots described objects pacing their aircraft. Radio operators tracked targets that moved at impossible speeds. And sightings weren't limited to just one area. They appeared over deserts, coastlines, and historic regions across the country. If these were misidentifications, Why did so many trained observers report the same kinds of movement? Then the mystery moves closer. In 1961, Betty and Barney Hill reported something that would become one of the most well-known cases in UFO history. Driving through a remote area, they encountered a craft. Later, they described missing time and an experience they could not fully explain. Over the years, similar accounts occurred. Different people, different locations, yet the very same pattern. Bright lights, lost time, and unexplained encounters. Whether these stories represent something external or something not yet understood, they remain one of the most debated parts of the phenomenon. In recent years, something changed. Governments have begun releasing information. The Pentagon acknowledged the existence of UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomena. Military pilots reported objects with no visual propulsion, no wings, no conventional flight characteristics. One of the most well-known cases, the USS Nimitz encounter. This involved an object that could accelerate instantly and move in ways that defy current understanding of physics. And here's where everything connects. This behavior described in these modern encounters matches reports going back decades, even centuries. Across time, across continents, and across cultures, the same kinds of sightings appear. Ancient observers, modern pilots, government investigations, all describing something similar. Not identical in every detail, but consistent enough to raise real questions. Not just about what's being seen, but about how long it's actually been here. From the skies above Nuremberg to modern encounters tracked on advanced systems, the mystery remains. Unresolved, unexplained, and still unfolding. So the question isn't just, what are UFOs? The question is this: why does this story repeat itself again and again and again throughout history? And what are we only now beginning to understand? This is DMCB Media. You're watching Mysteries, Adventures, and Historical Places. Stay with us, because the next mystery, it's already waiting.